User X culture.
Yeah, so ultimately, what might have to rephrase that, I guess, a little bit. But so let's
Yeah,
start.
I'm working out.
Yeah, so let's start with step one, right? So what you want to do is really go to a site like most people go to GoDaddy, right, and search up the domain that they're looking for. Maybe it's GoDaddy, and then you
Question.
get the actual cost out. What's up?
Are you think it's more for like a commoner or like somebody new? Do you think it's beneficial more to go through like the GoDaddy domain and go that, or just go to like a SquareSoft Square whatever the fuck it is, Squarespace?
Yeah, so like
Links.
I think for somebody that's just starting up and maybe doesn't have that much money to spend, this is probably the best way to do it. If you are willing to spend like $100, maybe I think it's a year. I don't know how much Squarespace could cost, but we could look into that. So let's go this.
Square I think was doing $200 for the year, but that's with everything.
Okay, they give you the templates and all that stuff, right?
They give you everything, and I think it was $200 a year. Or you could break it down. I think it was like $200 a year, or like $20 a month, some shit like that.
Well, let's see what their pricing is. I don't know their pricing models. I've used the tool before. Somebody needed help with. The tool is pretty good. I would say this is.
Yeah, I started one and I never finished the site.
Yeah.
Because you could start building the website and preview it for like 14 days before you even pay for anything.
Let's see, Square pricing. But that's a great question, right? Like, let me see what this is.
Because they give you a free trial. It's not a published site, but you could, for 14 days, you could build the site and see how it looks.
Right, you could test
like
it, right?
That, but then after the 14 days, you gotta pay. You gotta start buying.
Well, they don't give you the pricing up front, so I don't even know how much it would cost. Let's see if somebody.
Might be on the top. They might be on the top. I know there is a pricing. I know that. What's the...
Yeah, I don't see the pricing. I don't know. $2.95 a month. Let's go on that. Bluehost. Oh, that's hosting though. Oh, here it goes. All pricing. Let's see. Okay, so personal per month is $14 a month. So 14 times 12. What is that? Come on, give me the. What are you doing? $168. Okay. So 168, you get a free custom domain, you get a limited bandwidth, your video storage, SEO. I don't know why this is a thing, but okay. And then they have additional features, templates to fit the needs of every blog. Okay. Portfolio up to 2 contributors, 20% support, basic website metrics. All right, cool. Then we go to 23, which you get a little more.
I believe that's the recommended package too by them.
Okay. So
like 23. I think most people get the 23
times 12. What? This should answer my question. I have to hit equals? No. What the? Since when does it do this? Oh my goodness. All right, so that's $276, almost $300 for what you get the most out of, and basic website matrix, square extensions. Okay, you get a little more, and you can do some customized CSS and JavaScript. This is perfect. Okay, so yeah,
that's what I believe. They're like when you do the site, I think they recommend you do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you'll pay almost $300 a year, right?
And they give you coupons.
Yeah, they
like
say,
the minute you sign up, they're gonna give you like 10% off or some shit like that.
Okay.
Straight off the back.
But that's for the first probably year. Most of the time they get you like that.
Yeah, it's always for the first year.
Okay, so I'm gonna say like this is a lot for somebody that's just starting and doesn't know whether the business is gonna take off or their website is just a hobby on the side. I think this is a lot for somebody that's not bringing any money yet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you could, what I know is you could start with the 14, and if you want to keep on going, like adding more shit, you could always switch your plan.
Okay, and then if you do monthly, actually they charge you more. It looks like okay, so they want an annual.
Yeah, they charge you more. They give you a deal if you do a one-shotter.
Yeah, so you have to pay.
Most companies do that though.
Yeah, template. That's the best way to do it. So they want a
It's a
commitment from you.
guaranteed money.
So you'll have to pay $279 up front if you wanted this price. But if you wanted the monthly, then you have to pay a little more. That goes to $33 a month. So 33 times 12. What is that? Why did it do that? It's 304. So it's getting closer to 400. Okay. So 376 is for annual, 390 whatever for I think it said for monthly. You'll be paying a year. But you'll get templates and you'll probably have support. You'll have 24 hours. Yeah, let's see what GoDaddy, which is GoDaddy is the big one, right? Let's see what GoDaddy does. So let's see, for 13tunes.com, they'll charge you $2.99 for the first year. That's pretty cool. But let's see when you need hosting, because that's not enough. You'll need some hosting on that. So let's add to cart. And does it recommend?
I had 13tunes.com under GoDaddy, and then another company was doing the hosting.
Continue shopping.
I just bought the domain from them.
They got something called free website builder included, which is terrible. I've heard about it. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So
for that, you might as well just go to Squarespace or Wix, where everything is done for you in one spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not done for you. It's just set up for you. Like, so GoDaddy should have, let me see, should also have online hosting options. They should include you a website hosting with WordPress. Okay, this is a WooCommerce. If you're trying to sell something, you don't need that. So here it is, $8.99. So let's learn more about that. So WordPress is really what we're looking to use, because that's the best CMS out there. It's well known. Okay, so here's the basic, is $8.99 a month, with annual 10% off, and $11.99 for 20. And what do you get additionally? You get 30 gigabytes. That's all you need. You don't need this shit. But what else they give you? Okay, they give you SSL certificate. Good. GoDaddy payments. Okay, Seo Optimizer. I don't know what this is. It's probably a tool they have to help you, but you don't need that either if you're just starting. I would say this. So we go with that. We add to that. Okay, starting to come to $127 for the first month. So we're a little bit less, but you'll have to do a little more work than what's it called, in Squarespace. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a domain, a place that has a domain you can have for how many years, and we can do 1 year just to test out, so we can lower down the price. So $100, $100 for the year. That's not bad at all. That's actually really good. But they'll install WordPress for you, according to their items here. They should include WordPress. To that, WooCommerce you don't need unless you're selling something, and I wouldn't recommend it for anybody that's starting right now, doing it yourself. But let's say you wanted to do something, you want to go cheaper, right? You go to a much less known website hosting. So you go to ICD Soft is the one I use. I've used it for many years, since college. I've used this one. It was recommended by a professor.
I think that's the one I had, because you told me. They were the one that was hosting the way. I think I just bought the domain from GoDaddy.
Yeah, and you brought it over to the host. You could do that too. That's a good point. You can actually buy the hosting somewhere else, like Google Domains sells hostings as well, and you can buy it right from
there's
here.
People that fucking make money just
buying
domains.
Exactly. So you can even buy it from here. How much is it from here if you wanted to get it? The .com is $12 a year. 24 for 2 years. It's not bad. A little more expensive than not GoDaddy, Squarespace. No, GoDaddy. So I think ours was $8 and change or something like that. Yeah, $8.99.
Mm-hmm.
That's not terrible. I mean, Google is always gonna try to outprice things, so it's not bad. But like, I would recommend going to something like this, ICD Soft, which here you can buy that same thing. You can buy the .com. This one is $9.99. Okay, that's cool, but I need some hosting, so we'll get some hosting. The economy one is $2 and change a month. If you go to ICD Soft, they're not well known as GoDaddy, and that's okay, I would say. They're going to charge you a little less because they're not, marketing the shit out of their website.
you're paying GoDaddy because of the name.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And
I
most
mean,
likely the
because they're more
support.
popular just based on names and commercials.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time.
Even though I've never really heard any too many bad things about GoDaddy in general. So
No, me either. I actually like GoDaddy. I've used it a few times. It's just pricey, and the longer you stay with them, the pricier it gets
that's the
because they
one thing I
start to
did
add things,
hear.
and
And
they
it seems
start to
like it
add
gets
things
more
that you don't
expensive every
use.
year.
Like they're always gonna upsell you, and they might have actual customer support contact you, and sometimes they'll upsell you for something that you didn't know you needed. Like they sell, for instance, the SSL, right? The secure
Yeah.
thing. That they charge you extra for that. You don't really need to pay right now that kind of security support. You don't need that right
Right.
now. Like if you're just starting out, if you're doing a portfolio site, if you're doing a informative
What are they
site,
taking? Pictures?
yeah.
That they
So
get screenshot already?
it's ridiculous. So in ICD Soft, they always have some sale. So like you can always come here in Christmas time. It might be 95%. I've seen it where in Christmas time they do 95% for the first year, which is amazing.
Yeah, I remember when I bought it, it was like stupid cheap.
Yeah, it's super cheap. Like I always recommend somebody go here. But there's some you have to learn something here. Like you'll have to learn like how to use their control panels, for instance. So let me show you some
That
of
was
that.
when I did put my first site, that was a little difficult.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I
I think
was
it gets a
doing
little.
everything in WordPress, but you had to like link everything. Everything had to be on in here.
Yeah.
Like the pictures even had to be here as well as the WordPress website.
Okay. No, now it's not as difficult. I think they've started to make it a lot simple. So like, where is their
I mean, I was
hosting?
able to do it, and it was a halfway decent site, so it was like, oh, okay, it worked.
So now I know they have this that has the WordPress already installed in it.
We built in, right?
Yeah, it's built in, so it's again, it's the same price. You order that. You order the 13tunes.com. You search it up. Yes, that's the one I want. They have available.
Yeah,
You only do it
I-
for a year. You're good to go. So then you continue, and it's $33. Right now, it's like nothing for the year, for the first year. After that,
Yeah.
it's $105, which I think it's okay. It's still good enough, I would say.
It's not
105.
that bad.
Yeah, it's typical. And actually, most likely what happens is going to go down anyway. I've never seen it where it goes really like drastically up. But to start, this is what I recommend, because you first year you're going to be working on this. You want to know whether it works. You're going to test it out, and you're going to do that. You're going to continue and pay this. Put in your information, put all that stuff. Install WordPress for you, yes, put that in there. Enable domain who is, yes, definitely. I read the terms, contact the, yep, it's all good.
I'm still here.
The extra security to your account, you don't really need that. I wouldn't even bother. And then pay through PayPal. Sure, place that order. It's $33. It's not, you're not gonna lose much, but you get your domain and you get your server and space for the whole year, which is great. Once that happens, then you'll get an email. WordPress has been installed, and you can log in. So once you have WordPress installed, the way to know that is you would go to, in our case, user xculture.wordpress, and they'll give you this login in the email. And it's typically, this is how you know WordPress has been installed in a website, and they do this all for you. When I first started, we had to actually install it ourselves through the FTP, but now they all these companies do it for you. You don't have to worry too much, and they automate it so it's fast, and you'll get the email right away, and then you just go log in. Okay. In my case, I created a sandbox so we can kind of look at that. So mine is called sandbox/WordPress, and we'll do this with your site, Lo. We'll do it with your site once we do it that day.
Yeah.
So you get.
We do it from square zero. I gotta do everything.
Yeah. So then you log in with whatever user credentials that you created, because they'll ask you that, and they'll give you a password in the emails. You log in.
Yeah, I know, some crazy password.
Yeah. Sometimes I think you could always customize it. So.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Then so what you want to do then is really just go in here. A few things you want to go to is like to what is it, settings, general. You want to make sure the information is there. Whatever this is, test site.
Yeah.
For me, the tagline, if you're gonna use it, just a test site for me. Your email, make sure that's correct.
Straight off the bat, looking at this, you definitely look like you have to know a little bit more. Because the Squarespace, I wish I could log in. The Squarespace shit is very, well, you looked at it, super. The Wix one also is super simple.
Yeah, they're like, they're kind of, they built.
Like they already built out for that, and then you really just got to pick your template.
Yeah.
And then you can literally design on top of the template.
Exactly. So that's what you can do now with WordPress. So
yeah, I know.
That wasn't a thing. I think it just happened like this year because this theme, and it was a progression, but they got it a lot better now in their new theme. So the next thing, like exactly that, is you go to themes, and you can have a bunch of, like, automatically WordPress will give you a few themes, which is typically 2022 or 2021 or 2020. They'll install already those themes. I would say go with the 2022 and then click customize.
Yeah.
And in there, this starts to look a little, and again, there might be a learning curve here because this is still kind of not as intuitive as Squarespace.
Not as user friendly.
Yeah, it's not amazingly. They're trying their best, but it's the best way to get a WordPress site, and WordPress is everywhere.
For me, I just picked a WordPress theme that I liked, whatever.
Yeah.
And then did everything there. But I had to host like all the pictures here, or like
exactly.
all the info basically had to be in there.
Yeah, and you can start off like that. So, like for instance, this theme is their best theme that I've ever seen. Like this theme will let you do almost like what Squarespace has started. So it already comes with this basic like layout, but you can manipulate everything in this layout. And you can start with, now they have like this thing called styles, and you can say what color things are.
Mm-hmm.
Change the theme, what size, what font size. Like you can exaggerate it, and you can see the changes as you go. Link colors, things like that. You can always change this. See how things are starting to change because those are links.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot much cooler than it was, but it's not as intuitive as I would like it. So in this case, we have white. We could do a gray background, pink background. So whatever it might be that we want to do, and you just set your styles, and you just press save after that. Yeah. But the one thing I do like is kind of like how now you could change your entire layout just with this one theme. So in this case, they use their image. We could just get rid of that.
Yeah.
And then here, like you see a logo, click logo. I already chose something that I made really quickly. Set up the logo. What do you want to name it? You can also change the heading there. I
will say that off the Squarespace, everything was really easy. But if you really wanted to change something that wasn't in that template, was a little difficult.
Okay.
Like if say how you got the logo on the left, like if that template was set to that size, I really couldn't make it bigger.
Okay, so so that's a great example. Now this particular theme allows you to change the location and stuff like that. So like you could change.
Yeah, I was able to move it like left, right, middle,
and then you
could. But as to making it, 20% bigger. Yeah. That was not.
So this you can do whatever you want, which is it's kind of dangerous, I would say. To some users, like they should not have this kind of power, but yeah, this site allows you to do it. So like for instance, after most of the time what I see is like logo, menu, right? That's pretty simple. Like this is unnecessary, so you just go in here and remove it, and it stays in that manner. And this is your what's it called, your navigation, I would say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can do whatever you want there. Even change the color to this background too. And the way to do that is you just go here. Where is it? Top toolbar, spotlight. I think it's this one. Here it is. So this gives you all the information about what you just clicked on. In this case, this particular thing is called a group. Here's the colors that are going to be used. You don't want the background black. Maybe you want it white. You can go ahead and do that. And the text, you also want to change it to a black or a blue, whatever works for this particular theme. And then you want to start adding like other things. And to see the hierarchy, I also like to use this. So I know this is the group that's holding this particular row, and in this row there are two things. One is the navigation, and one is the row the row holding the site logo. Okay. And then you saw this change. The reason it changed is because the menu now became mobile, because we shrunk it down in that manner. But we could just go back and check it out, and you'll see how it changes when it's not mobile. So
yeah,
there's a lot of cool
Squarespace has the same thing. There's like a button on the side, and it does it for you.
Yeah.
You just click the button.
Yeah,
it'll be like mobile.
It's simple. It's simple enough. So like here, you can start being creative. You can say like you want to add something. So here's a plus sign. It says add block is what they call, and you want to add maybe a graphic of some sort, or
graphics, text box.
Whatever you want to add here. But I would say I mean, what do we typically see on sites? We see maybe, I don't know. What
normally just have your logo, maybe a header of your name.
Yeah, and this maybe just brings text. Like, let's bring a header in. And they give you also examples. Like, if you wanted to use something that they have already seen, you can always click browse and see everything they've created. So maybe something like this. Let's insert that. Okay, we started that, and this has now a background image. We click on the actual block, and it'll give you what's in there. It'll say replace. This is where you change the graphic. Yeah, in OpenMedia, you don't really need a background. I would just remove it. Like, you control that stuff too. That's another cool thing. And you could turn opacity, whatever you want to do. Maybe we don't want the image at this point. Let's get rid of that image. Clear media. There we go. Let's make the background black. And then we'll replace it with our text. Welcome to Bookie Gear. And then here is like, we put in about us. We are excited to show you the best of the best, whatever it might be, right? And then next to it, you want to show an image. Images are fun because you can bring them in to the media library. So here is where we're talking about graphics. So I don't have any particular graphics, so let me see if I can search up some cool graphic, like climbing a mountain or something like. Right? This looks pretty cool. I like this one. All right, I'll rip that from Google. Sorry guys, I'm still getting used to my new computer. Okay. That's what we have. We'll bring it in. I drag it right in. It uploads it. Awesome. This is pretty cool. It's 35 kilobytes. And I want that. I'll select that. I'll put it right there. I could put a caption. I don't need a caption. Okay. So that's cool, right? We save. Let's see what it looks like. You can do a preview desktop. It usually just shows you here. I prefer to actually see the site. So I would go right to the URL that I have just to see what it looks like. And here it is. Oh, look. This is starting to look like a website. The menu and stuff like that is there. So that's a good question. So in this case, like, most sites only need a few things: the about and how to contact you. All right. So if you wanted to create a menu, you literally have to go to this section in the dashboard called menu, and you'll see it right at parents. Where is that thing? Do they not have menu anymore? Wow. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. They want you to use, I think it's post. Hello world? No, pages. Okay. So here's a sample page. They want you to use pages. So every time you upload a new page, like, so for instance, we'll do about us. And by the way, we need to change those templates too, but that's okay. We'll do that someday or another. Information. Info. And you can make these look prettier too, but for now, just as an example, we don't have to. And so now you'll see that this will also show a new page called About Us. We don't need the sample page, so we just go backwards.
Yeah, how do you feel about having About Us and a contact page? Should they be separated, or do you feel you could be in one?
They could be in one. About Us.
You know what I'm saying? Just as you, I know they could be as one, but as your, like, for expertise, which one would you prefer?
So, if for contact purposes, you typically will keep it at the footer somewhere, and it should be basic. and that could travel with you. So like you would create a footer, I would say, and that footer you can add the form or the actual section where they collect that, and if they go to your page, the About Us, that also will include some form of information there.
Right.
Okay. So let's get back to editing the page. Again, sometimes you could just go right here and click Edit Site on the top.
Okay.
And you could just go right to that template. I hate that red background that we added, so let's switch that back to something that makes more sense, like a white. And so we go back, and now the red should be gone once we refresh. So there you go. So it's a little more clear. So the other thing here is that we're doing the home page right now, but WordPress now has created something called templates that allows you to create the home template or the page templates. So this page template is the one we saw in the About, which is this one. And it still contains the information we've created before. We don't want that. So what we want to do is create a page that's a little different, so we can remove some of this stuff. Like, why do we need this in an About page? We don't need that in an About page. The template, all this stuff, post content, yes. We don't need comments. Even the footer. This particular footer, I'm not a fan of. We have to create our own footer.
I always delete them.
Yeah, you don't have to have this. You could use it if you want, but so that we cleaned it up a little bit. So now the About page looks like this. Pretty simple, clean. We don't need much more than that. And you go to the home page. Oh, it looks like we deleted some stuff on the home page. That's okay. We'll have to go to the template. Where are you? To get into this new editor, it's a little different. We need to fix this. Template. Now we go to the home page, and in the home page it has all these stuff that, again, we don't necessarily need to use on this stuff. So we'll again borrow what we said we were gonna do. We're gonna create that top section. Again, you can go in and look. We saw this one is the one we liked. Welcome. We'll leave that there. We'll add our image here.
Welcome to the dark side.
Welcome to the jungle. Do we not have our graphic? I guess not. Welcome. Delete this. Delete that. You can just press delete literally on your computer. Some of this stuff. Replace that. Actually, no. Let's get.
They're all kind of similar. You look all pretty much the same.
Why?
Yeah, things are starting to look a lot more like they used to. So then, save. Now we have separated the home page style from the About page. So now we have two different templates set up. And you can do this with a lot of stuff, like your 404. A lot of people don't know. I don't think know what a 404 means.
Isn't that an error page?
Yeah, it's an error. It's a way to tell the users that they're in the wrong spot. Let me see, templates.
Which you very rarely see.
Yeah, and they already have one set up for you, so you can always click in there. It's pretty simple, and they give them a search option, like, oh, you're in the wrong place, you know what you're looking for, search it up, and they search up, and they can look, especially with big blogs, it makes sense. Another thing you could do is like take advantage of what we are called, and I'm gonna do it in the homepage, what we call a template part. So like for instance, like here we need a footer, right? But we need it for every part of the site. So let's see what they have as far as footers, because sometimes they have recommendations for footers. They have these. They're stupid looking to me. I don't like it. But let's create something different. Let's see what they got. Footers, nope. Bottom. Actually, footers. Let's see what else they have. They always have other stuff. Okay. That one's cool. Let's see what this looks. Blog footer. Let's add it. Yeah, you already added it? And you could also undo here, which is, I love that. You can always keep pressing undo in case you did something you didn't even know what you did, which is what just happened to me. Footer. Let's see all the footers. Oh, actually, this is a simple footer. I like this one. Close that. Close that. Okay, we're going patterns. Okay, so here's our footer. And they have something called template parts, which allows you to save something that you can do one time and it goes throughout the site, and you can alter one time in one place, and then you can always add it. So footer, new.
Yeah, you would put that on every page.
Yeah. Okay, in this case we'll call it the footer for us. We'll create that. Save that. We added a footer. It should be on the home page, so we added it through the home page. These are sections you keep adding. This section we haven't touched, but is there. So here's our footer. The one thing is, it's not gonna be on your page yet. So let's go to the page. Oh no, they added for us. Oh, even better. Even better. That's awesome. So the only thing I don't like is that there's not enough breathing space between the bottom and top and the content. So I can go in to the templates, go to the page like we did before. We see the content. This is the post content info, and here I'll add a spacer, which is just a way to make space between. And this will create some space between this and the footer. And then we save it. And I'm lying. Why is it not adding it? Am I not doing something right here? What am I missing here? Is it not the page that we run? Alright, that sucks. Information.
Yo, is there an app or something like, let's say I post something on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Is there some way where if I post something on Instagram and my site has like a blog page, would it copy?
So like a way to, yeah. So that's the best thing about WordPress, right? Like, so WordPress.
You know how like you can do something on Instagram and it will post on Facebook since they're the same company.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of people go to WordPress, because it's very heavy into developers. Like, developers use it a lot. So you could go to something called plugins, and you can search up like hundreds of plugins that people have created for this particular thing. So you would look for Instagram posts, maybe. Let's see. I've never had to do that, but this is searching internally. How do I search externally? Okay, it's not gonna let me here because I have this is a child of something else. So let's see. Once we go to plugin into this shoot, add new. You will see add new, and you could look for Instagram posts, and then it'll search up a lot of stuff, and you can read up on what it does. See, so for me, Instagram feed displays clean, customized, and responsive Instagram feed from your multiple accounts. So you just gotta install it. Literally, you just click it, install it. Let's see how it works. I've never used this one, so we're in for a treat right now. I'll activate it. I'll go back to my site, which is this one. And you go to your plugins for this site, and you look for that. Here it is. And they have the settings. Go to settings. Let's see what it says. Okay, we didn't purchase it. We're using the free version here. Manage source, so add a source. Okay, create your feed. Add new. Okay, here we go. I guess this is what we're gonna do first. Okay, they have a Wizzy thing. Okay, we selected that. Okay, you have to do that first. Next. Okay, cool. This is actually a nice one. All right, let's save that. And here's your feed. And I guess every time you update it, it will automatically update. So what can we do? We click it. It just goes right to, okay. It goes right to Instagram.
No.
Okay. So this is just for purposes of showing off some of these things. Can you manipulate the way it looks? I would like to know. Oh yeah. Okay, they want you to pay for the extras.
Yeah, you know that.
I love it. Feed height. Okay, let's see. We can. Really? Like that's what's going on right now? Okay, leave that alone. Desktop, mobile, desktop, tablet. Okay. I just want to show 2 at a time. That's better for me. It's nicer to look at. Let's see how quick that is. Nice. There it goes. There's your feed. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that's as quick as I can show somebody how to do a website. And honestly, most people won't need that much. They don't even have content. Like, a lot of people won't have content, but that's a great thing, right? Like the Instagram thing. You may have a lot more feed there. Show it off. You maybe create a gallery.
Right.
Like, that might be your gallery, actually, that page, instead of your about
No, I
us.
wouldn't do it as total gallery because there's going to be probably things that you don't put on.
Oh yeah.
So like that. It'd just be like your blog.
Yeah, my blog. I think it's Instagram. It's not really a blog. What is this? What is this?
Not a vlog, is it?
No, it's not a vlog. My Instagram. Fuck it.
Because
I'm gonna have to cut that out. Instagram. And actually, a nicer way to do that would be like this. Watch. So let's go to the home page, because we need to change this thing here. Might be nicer to do the actual icons. I love showing off the icons. So like in this case, we're using the menu, but let's not use the menu. Remove navigation.
Yeah, it should have like the icons and fucking camera shit.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that.
You should be.
Oh no, it's trying to add a link to it. I don't want a link. Okay, I might have to remove this. Navigation, custom link. Okay, so navigation is... Oh, so we might have to keep navigation in here. How do I add a different thing? Because it doesn't allow me to do an image, or... Because they do have something like this, watch. Remove this. Remove this. Remove. Because they do have something like this that you can go on here, create social icons. So you add it there. You add one what you want as far as social. You Instagram. Here's your Instagram, and then you just link it.
Yeah.
In our case, I would say we link it to
the page.
The page, yeah. But how do I do that? Oh, here
Did you just have it like a second ago?
Yeah, so let's see. Oh, they actually want me to enter the URL. Okay, fine, whatever. Copy the URL, paste it, enter it, save it. Let's see what it looks like. This needs to be fixed, but yep. Then we go there, and it goes right to the feed. That color is terrible for this site. So let's see what kind of other examples they have as far as like the look of it.
What, you don't like white?
The pink?
You look white. Oh, the Instagram logo.
Yeah, so you can change it to make it look a little different. You could choose colors, icon colors. I would say something like that. Might look nicer. Save it. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that. That's simple.
Yeah, that works out better.
Yeah, and this has to be fixed, because right now what's happening is that we have something that's telling it to respect each other's space and a justification purpose right here. What we want to do is probably do something like, we're gonna have to break this apart. So right now what happened is this group is not, it's just talking to one. We'll have to break that apart, but something like that, yeah. Something like this. Ugh, that's terrible too. I don't know. Justification might be the best one right now. So another thing you could do is just copy and paste. So let's say we copy this I copied it, literally copying it. Right click. Where is it? Is it here? Copy, copy, and then just remove it. Please remove it. Okay, and then we just want to add it somewhere at the bottom here. Maybe we don't need this spacer. We want to add a group or a row. Row's fine. And in there we're gonna put our icon. Did I not get to copy it? Hey. Why is that copying it over? For some reason it's not copying over, so I have to do it again. Yay.
Going 3 to 5. That's what I wanted at 3:15. Thank you.
And then we want to at least put this somewhere in the middle. Here it is. Save. Not the best color. Hey, where did we put it? Did I not save this? Oh, it doesn't show because I didn't put the URL. My fault. You just put the URL, whatever it might be. There it goes. Terrible placement. They got. So let's say we were to do that. This is let's get rid of this thing for now. We'll figure out something else cooler than that. I would go to the home page template, come in here, get rid of some of the stuff that we played around with. We don't need any of this stuff. We need get rid of that stuff. I usually go here. It's easier to look at the stuff, so get rid of that. Query loop, we don't need it right now. And that's it. We have the group for the header, the footer, and now let's add in the middle the feed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it looks terrible. I don't know why. But let's see what it looks like when we save it. Sometimes things come in without the actual files that it needs. And so here it is. We defined it as two. This is all you might need. You could even probably remove this. Remove this if you could. I don't know if you could. Let's see. No. Let's go to the plugin to see what we can do. Oh, actually, it was already here, so we can even go here. Okay, the old feeds. Let's edit this. Play around with it. I would say if you really want to do this, I would even see how much it costs. If it's a good price, definitely could use it somewhere else. So we were able to define how many things we need to show on desktop, and we could do 3 this time. Tablet 2, 1. Yep, that's perfect. Number of posts 20. I don't know if that's all we have, but let's try to put it 100. I don't know if it lets you do that. And then we save it. Yeah, it pretty much puts everything that we have, and then it follows it. This is as simple as you could go.
It's good enough.
Yeah, it's actually really good for somebody that's just trying to display their work and get them to Instagram.
Question: are those images buttons? So like, do they click?
Yeah, they click to Instagram.
Oh, you gotta just go straight to the Instagram.
Straight to Instagram. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like on mobile. What would this thing look like on mobile?
Oh, there goes that hieroglyphic writing over there.
Let's see if we can see what it looks like on an iPhone 12. Okay, so this is what it looks like an iPhone 12. You have your menu, which you might not even need, but in case you want to put an about page, why not? And then you'll be able to scroll through and look.
That's about right. That's pretty much.
Yeah, this is nice. This is standard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is nice. So you can alter the other stuff, and you might only need a one pager, I would say.
Yeah, for that's a one pager.
And then if you if you post something, let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, will it just automatically update?
Yeah, let's see if that happens. Really? Not supported? It's a regular graphic, man. Alright, let's see what else I got. Ooh, Batman. Yeah.
You know, the movie comes out next week on HBO
Yeah,
Max, right?
I know. I'm so excited.
I know, because I didn't see it either. So I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm watching on HBO Max. And fucking Warner Brothers got bought by Discovery.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, it's going to be Warner Brothers Discovery.
Alright, let's share that. Most people will do this on their phone. Okay, now let's see if it added that. Refresh on our page. Nope. When does it refresh? Let's look at the see what we see here. I know they had like settings that I ignored.
Yeah.
Cache it. Okay, cache it. So let's click cache. Let's see if that helps. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so caching means that it just holds the information for whatever hours that it wants, and then it'll check back at that whatever time you set to come back and see if there's new information available. This is so that the website is not continuously trying to look to see if it's there. Right. Not saying you can't. So like you could every 30 minutes. Right, yeah. Why not? You know what I'm saying? If that's all you're going to do, I think that's a good recommendation. I would even say you don't even need that, but apparently this site uses it that way to cache. Right. But you can always come here and clear it if you need it to. If not, I would just say wait 30 minutes after your post, and that will show up there, which is pretty cool. What I would like is if you were able to hover, it would give you the caption that you set on Instagram. Mm. And I bet you they do it, but you have to pay for it. I'm gonna assume.
How much is that fucking thing?
I don't know. I'll look at it in a minute. Hold on.
You have a plain white t-shirt, right?
Yeah. Color scheme too? You can change the color scheme? Oh, nice. Okay. Shocky. See what that looks like. Alright, I guess this is in case you want to, your background color of your website might be different. Yep, you can even change the color here. Okay. Even the colors of the buttons. Oh, that's pretty cool. Change a header. Okay. Small. And yeah, I want to add my avatar. Let's add my avatar. What is my avatar? Oh, here we go. Can I get this? Gotta love them. They don't want to allow anybody to do anything. So yeah, I want to add my own custom avatar. Let's see what that. Yeah, they added it right there. Color you can select. Cool. Oh yeah, let's fade it out. Just the icon. Show bio. Okay. Show outside global area. No, we don't need that. And their box. See, they do more, but obviously you gotta pay for that. But honestly, you might even need to. I think you can get away with a lot here.
Yeah, because I mean, it would really just be whenever I upload something, it disappears there, and then that's
it. Exactly.
It doesn't need to be no big description or nothing. Just that it's there, and if you want to click the picture or go into the Instagram post, because what you're doing right there is perfect. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, I like this. Load more button. Oh, they have a load more button in case you wanted to load more, that's only if you limit the thing, I'm guessing. If you put, so we put 100, let's say we do a 5 only. 5, yeah, then we'll do that. And I don't like the red background, so let me just remove it. Can I just say no background? Yep, you could. Yep, you could do a little more, and you can change the color. Pretty sick. That's a nice idea. So this is exactly why WordPress is so powerful. So if you go to one of the Wix or the Squarespaces, because they're limited to only what the developers are developing as far as features, you may not have as many options or things that have not been produced yet because there's a lot of red tape between those companies. They need to produce the right thing for their product, and that could take a while, and also that might not be what people really want. So I don't know if this exists, but it might exist in Instagram and Squarespace too. But this is why I like WordPress. Anything you could think of, you could look up as a plugin, and it would exist. So SEO, for instance, they keep selling SEO. You can just get a plugin called SEO Yoast, and it's a very, very, very well-known thing to check your SEO and how you're doing and how it looks. So, like for instance, if you go to pages for me, you're gonna see like this section if it's activated. I don't know if it's activated, where it says like how it's easy to read or it's not easy to read, like that kind of information. So in this case, it's just images, so it's not necessary. But you get the point.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's as simple as it could be. I don't know if that appears simple to you. What do you think, Lo?
That seems simple. Like, doesn't seem that hard. Once you found that plugin, everything else seems to be pretty.
Yeah, and even forms. Like a lot of people are scared about forms, right? Even the form, you could get a plugin. I use a plugin called Ninja Forms, where I can add it to the page. So let's say I was to add it to our what is it called? To our theme. Right? I go here. I go to my templates, to my home. I go down to the footer, which I wanted to change. I don't want to say here somewhere add a footer, a form or something. So I'll look for form. And where is the form? Let's look for Ninja. Maybe that's helpful. Ninja. Okay, here it is. I'll add it there. It's asking me to select one. I don't know why it's not selected. Well, let's see what happens. This is just really raw. Found. Okay. What did I not do right? Something I didn't do right. Let's try it over here somewhere. Ninja. Why does it keep going here? I want you to go down here. Do I not have any forms? Oh, I don't have any forms.
Babe, can I turn this
Okay,
on?
so yeah, go ahead. This is our test video, so it doesn't matter. So in Ninja Forms, I created a new form here. Right now, I'm going to just get a normal contact form. I'll create it for me. That's another great thing. See, it just created it for me. I just say publish. And now we go back to our editor. Wrong area. Close this up. Go back to our themes. Go back to our home page. Go down to the section you put your forms. Now it'll be a drop down to select. Alright, contact me. It's fine with me. Save that. Go back to look. And here's the form. This needs a little help, but you get the gist.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's what you can do. You can do a lot of stuff. You can keep adding sections. So some people like single page websites, meaning it's just one page. There's no additional links. And you can just keep scrolling, which is people's normal reaction to a website anyway, to just keep scrolling. And you can keep adding sections. And this one might say contact me. And the next one might be like, here's more information about me. And a picture of you, you know.